Okay, ladies, gentlemen, and Twitter bots, welcome to the second episode of AI After Dark. I could not be more excited to be here with you for the sequel of our award winning, successful, very well praised, and well received first episode. So we're so happy to be back for our second and have everybody in here. Um, wow, what a great occasion. I'm here, of course, with my co host, Timo. Timo, how are you today?
I'm good. Thank you for the introduction.
Well, let's get it going here. I've been thinking a lot about sequels lately. This is the sequel to our first show, as I just said. How about the Joker sequel? Timo, have you been hearing about this?
Yeah, I have actually because have you watched the first Joker? Did you?
I did, of course. Lovely
Right,
film.
right. Well, I'm not so hyped for the second one because a lot of people have been saying like it's absolute trash or like I fell asleep.
Yeah.
So I'm not. I don't know if I'm gonna go or if I'm even gonna watch it.
No, so I think the issue is that the second Joker film, correct me if I'm wrong, it's kind of like a musical, right? It has Lady Gaga in it.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, apparently there's like music breaks. So I was thinking that so when I first saw the trailer for Joker, I was like, this is a great idea. We should make our talk show into a musical. Like you and I could just be like singing songs and like breaking out the piano. But now that I've seen the reviews of Joker, I don't think that that would be such a great idea. So
Gonna be super niche if we do
well,
it.
scratch that idea. But one thing I did want to tell you, Timo, and I didn't tell you
Yeah.
this offline, but this show has become really popular. People have been stopping me in the street. I've been walking down the street. People have recognized me, which is crazy because Twitter Space, you can't even see my face. People have stopped me in the street and said, Chris, when is the show coming back? The show is so good. And all I can say is to that homeless gentleman, I hope that you're listening and enjoy the show because here we are. So we've got some fans out there, Timo.
Oh, that's crazy. That's wild. That's
Yeah, we
wild as
got some
well.
big fans out there. So, Timo, why don't you give the gang here, our listeners, a little rundown on some of the topics that we're going to discuss today?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, of course, the personal chat is always fun, and we're gonna have some Halloween talk soon, as it's gonna get spooky season by the end of the month. So, hope you guys are prepared for that. Then, what I want to give you guys is some IDO updates, and we're gonna come back at you with some fire collaborations that we recently done and still doing. Um, then, in another segment of this whole AI After Dark show that we're hosting today, are we gonna do the NFT generator because we came up with some new models, so it's supposedly a lot better than it was before. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys. And then also we have been ranked pretty high on some platforms, so we're going to share that with you guys. And we're doing the AI VM, so an AI virtual machine, which we also would love to share with you guys. And then once we got all that stuff out of the way, the ChainGPT stuff, the very important stuff, we're heading over to some news and world events because we also like to discuss some more actual stuff. And October, of course, for what it's worth. Then we're going to do some random shout outs. So if somebody in the audience wants to do a random shout out, please already start thinking about that because we're really, really welcoming everyone here on stage. If you want to get a chance to give a random shout out to your mom or your car,
Yep.
whatever.
Anyone really. Your mom,
Anyone really,
your
yeah.
dad, the concept of Halloween, Joker 2, anything that you want to talk about, just request at any time. Sometimes we might be a little bit busy because, as Timo just mentioned, we got quite the list of topics for you guys. But the first thing I want to do is, and this is unscripted, I want to play with the soundboard on Twitter. Have you seen this,
Oh, yeah.
Timo? So, by the way, these tend to be really obnoxious, and I don't know if they fixed it. So, you may need to turn down the volume if this becomes obnoxious. But for example, I see an icon of a kangaroo. Did you
Wow.
hear that?
What? Yeah, I did. Oh, like the other day I was doing an AMA and I was like, I saw the soundboard and I couldn't almost like, I needed to press it, but I couldn't do it, of course. But like, I'm happy to try it out
Yeah,
with you
there's some
today.
interesting sounds. Like so, for example, when I was like attempting to tell jokes and be funny earlier in the space, we could have played this, like a little cricket sound, like
Yeah.
like, or like maybe if we have like a caller coming in, we could be like, you know what I mean? So these are actually quite good. I remember when Twitter first brought these in, they were like super obnoxious. And then of
Yeah.
course, like, like classic applause. What else we got here? Oh yeah, so when someone makes a fire point, we can just drop a bomb. Like,
This
crazy.
one is kind of trash. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that one could have been better. Can you
Yeah.
access the sounds, Timo? There's like a magic wand at
Um,
the bottom.
I don't think I can.
Oh,
No,
maybe just
only when I'm
that's
hosting.
my divine power as the
I
creator of the
guess. Yeah.
host and sort of, so okay. Let's get into some personal chit chat, which is an actual scheduled organic item on our show in which we try to let you guys know more about us, give us some opinions about our lives, some feedback and stuff like that. So I guess I'll go first because my personal update that I plan to share was that it's my birthday on Monday. I'm turning 33 years old. And I was gonna say, like, I want to get your guys' opinion on it. If you have an opinion in the audience, please, like, a request to speak or whatever. I'm not really a big fan of birthdays. Maybe it's just because I'm getting old. Timo, what's your take on birthdays? Do you like your birthday?
Um, I'm kind of with you on that. I don't really like it, but as I got older, I have more serious friends and stuff, and it's not so much a birthday anymore. We just go out for drinks, and then yeah.
Right, right.
So I do like it more as I got older.
It's interesting, like as a kid, your birthday is like you get a cake, maybe you get like a
Yeah.
pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards or something, and then like as an adult, it's just like, I don't know. It's the funny thing about me and Timo is we have like a generational divide, right? So I'm like steadily approaching into the frightening middle age part of my life where Timo is young in his prime and cool. So probably our experiences of our birthday is a bit different. So you enjoy yours. I don't really enjoy mine, but guess what I'm going to do for my birthday? Don't guess actually because I already told you. But there is a Jurassic Park exhibit at the Manchester Trafford Centre with animatronic dinosaurs. Timo, we talked a little bit about this. Do you have a favorite dinosaur?
Yeah, and I think you discovered the name because I couldn't
Oh,
remember. I
yeah,
think
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
pterodactyl, right?
It's a pterodactyl. And what are the qualities of this
Pterodactyl.
dinosaur that you like?
The flying one with like the big head.
Okay.
I always like the flying dinosaurs because I don't know, they're really cool.
Awesome. And why? Like what? Just because it flies? That's it?
The same thing with like a normal animal. Like if I have one animal that I want to be, it would be an eagle because it's like, the king of the
Of
skies.
course.
And I feel like if you're a dinosaur and you're just flying around, you see all these magical creatures underneath and all the volcanoes and
Yeah.
rogue landscape. I think that's sick. So I think that's why.
Okay, yeah, for me, I think it would be a Velociraptor. If you have a favorite dinosaur, please comment on the space. Um, and I will now remind myself that this show is about AI. So, Timo, what's your personal update for the day before we move on to AI topics?
My personal update for today is that I'm going to Amsterdam Dance Event next week, which is always what I look forward to each year.
And what are you going to do there?
Well, the whole city is just full of like EDM and techno and house and like electronic dance music is all over the city. So there's a bunch of parties you can go to and like little bars you can get to and people going crazy. So it's just a really like festive theme of the city of Amsterdam where I live. So it's really cool. So that's gonna be my next week. And then I'm heading out to Greece. So that's my other
That's
my other update.
Yeah, Timo is quite the world traveler. If you listened to our episode last week, he told you about some of his travels in Asia. And then, of course, he's going to Greece later this month. So, looking forward to that for him. Okay, guys, so there's our little personal update. If you guys have a personal update, you want to tell us something about your life, feel free to request the mic or go ahead and leave a comment on the space. One more quick thing I want to touch on is Halloween, because Halloween is coming up. Timo, you and I recently had a great conversation about, because you're from the Netherlands, right? About
Yep.
Dutch Christmas, but I didn't really ask you offline about Dutch Halloween. Is there anything specific about Halloween? Do people celebrate it there?
I'm gonna tell you this again because this is funny. My wife's Canadian. She's all about Halloween. She recently moved here to the Netherlands, so she found out that we're so lame on
Oh,
Halloween.
really?
Like in the US and Canada, like they're like big parties, everyone dresses up. Here it like started to become a little bigger now over the years, but it's nothing like where Halloween is from, really. So I would say we do celebrate it, but it's not as cool.
Okay, yeah. I mean, okay, I've just added a random person onto the space. This could always happen on AI After Dark. I could just randomly add a person. Hopefully that they are, friendly and like of sound mind. So, Digital PV, you've requested to join the space. Do you have something you'd like to share? Your
Yeah, GM everyone. I
GM,
want
what's up?
GM everyone. I just have two
Hello.
things to say first. Foremost, I want to say happy birthday, happy birthday,
Oh,
happy birthday,
thank you.
happy birthday, and thank you very much. I also love this feature of animation of clapping. I don't know how you did that, but anyways, that's amazing. Like clapping on stage. And first, and lastly, please, I've taken time to go through this project. How do I partake? How do I participate? How do I get this CGPT token? How do I get it, please?
How do you get
Yeah,
CGPT token?
yes, please, 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 please,
Man, there's
please.
many different exchanges on which you can purchase CGPT token. Have you do you own any tokens like in other are you on other exchanges or you like never had crypto before?
No, I have crypto. I have I deal with both Binance, KuCoin, MexX, Bitmart, Bybit, and the rest.
Okay.
I would say Maxi might be the easiest then.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Definitely,
Thank
yeah.
you so
And check
much. I
out our
appreciate this,
website,
please.
right? ChangeGPT.org. It has a whole section for CGPT. So we have KuCoin, Bybit, Gate.io, MXC, BitGet, and HTX.
Thank you so much. I appreciate. I appreciate. Thank you so
Awesome.
much. Great
Great to
team.
have you
Amazing
on the
project.
show. Thanks for coming, and we'll talk to you later. Please feel to request later on. Oh, I just removed him as a speaker. I should have asked him about his favorite dinosaur or something like that. But we have also PancakeSwap, Uniswap, Kyber Network, RocketX, Baby Doge, and BuySwap. Guys, if you want to get some CGPT, let us now move on into the meat of our show where we're going to talk about some more interesting stuff that's going on. I want to talk to you guys about Trust Wallet. This is very important. I see someone else has requested. I will bring you on, but I just need to finish up my talk about Trust Wallet here because this is really important, guys. So we have partnered with the great Trust Wallet to bring a special campaign to you guys, which I'm now scrolling through Twitter because I want to pin onto our profile here. Just give me a second here. Um, 1 second. Let me pin it so everybody can see. And now
I'm just wondering, guys,
go ahead.
what wallet are you guys all using? And Chris, what wallet is your favorite?
I have to tell you, I'm a big fan of Trust Wallet and Binance Web3 Wallet. Those are my two
Right,
favorite
right.
right now. And that is not only because we are partnered with those two wallets. Guys, let me tell you about Trust Wallet's 7th anniversary. We are celebrating with them. Go to nft.changepт.org/events/trustwallet7. You can go in the pinned tweet on our space right now. Guys, $50,000 in total giveaway. Like our last caller, our friend was asking how to get CGPT. Dude, you don't even need to buy it. If you enter this giveaway and you complete some of these steps, you are good to go to earn a portion of the 50,000. So it's going to be split, okay, between a bunch of participants. There's going to be a raffle for 10,000 users to win $4 each, which I've just read now is pretty interesting. And there's just a few tasks you have to complete, right? So, like, you have to make an NFT with our NFT generator, which, by the way, is like a fun thing to do, even if you're not going to make money. There is a few things we want us to follow, like follow Trust Wallet on X, ChangeGPT, Labs, which we're going to talk about later, Pad, Degen Pad, and a couple other. And that's all you have to do, guys. Connect your wallet, mint an NFT, complete some tasks, and you too can share part of the $50,000 giveaway with our homies at Trust Wallet. Timo, your reaction to this fantastic collaboration with Trust Wallet?
I think it's awesome that we get to collaborate with such a big wallet. Trust Wallet is also my favorite wallet for sure. Been using Trust Wallet ever since. And yeah, I just think it's awesome that we collaborate with such big
Yeah. And
companies.
of course, like you have to, this is, guys, if you're a fan of CGPT, you know that we just did a similar collaboration with Binance Web3 Wallet like last week. So it's crazy because we were just on the air 2 weeks ago, but there's so many new things to update you guys on. I think the project is like as bullish as could be. So check out the campaign, Mint an NFT. We're going to talk about the NFT generator a little bit later. So if you haven't minted an NFT using our tool, it's one of the like more fun and creative tools, and they've recently updated some of the models. So I definitely want you guys to check that out. So shout out to Trust Wallet. Go to my pinned tweet in this space to get started. And yeah, get started today. I think it's really cool. What else is there going on? We have Dat Bay, #1 ranking. Timo, who was going to talk about that? Did you prepare notes for that, or should I go off on that?
No. Yeah, I mean, we can both share it
Sure, go
because
ahead.
honestly, we've been on there twice.
What?
So that's the good thing about this. So we have been the top spot for top user growth on DAPBay,
Yeah.
which is crazy. We were actually there with a 445% increase. So that was crazy. Yeah,
insane.
we've been there for a few days. And then a few days later, we were notified that we were there again for top transaction growth with a 382% increase.
Nice one.
So
Timo with the
yeah,
numbers. Shout out to Timo. He's got the numbers for you guys. So, and I think this has been driven by Trust Wallet.
I think so too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So I think
definitely.
so guys, if you don't know DAppBay, which by the way you should, it's like the app store for dApps on BNB chain. So shout out to DAppBay, and you've seen ChangeGPT ranking really high on a number of these super important lists. Now the lists are really competitive and they're changing all the time. I haven't checked them this morning, but yeah. So that was a great surprise, and twice this week we've seen some awesome stats from what's going on DAppBay. So make sure to check out the tweets on my profile. Head over and you can see some of that growth there. Very, very impressive. What else have we got going on here? We have, I think, I'm looking at our. Oh yeah, I skipped over. I want to talk about Chain GPT Labs. Okay, if you guys haven't heard about this, this is sick. If you look in the list of participants that we have in this space, you may see like a little orange version of the ChangeGPT logo, and that's ChangeGPT Labs. It's our investment and incubation arm. And Timo, I understand that you've prepared a little bit to tell the people about it.
Yep. So Labs essentially is our section of ChangeGPT where we help projects start and get off the ground with an investment, and also holding your hands, doing marketing, and literally anything from just getting you guys started up until the point where you guys will launch. So we have incubation and acceleration, and both of them are different tracks you can follow with Labs, where it's a more inclusive package and a more fast package. So that's great to have. So if someone in here is a very, very entrepreneurial person that wants to start a Web3 project, make a solid plan. You'll be able to apply to ChangeGPT Labs, log into your business plan, and maybe we'll take steps from there.
Epic. Yeah, and I just realized because I was logged into the ChangeGPT Labs account, I'm kind of like the puppet master, and I forgot to actually log it back into
Well, here it is.
the space. So I've brought it back in now. I'm going to try to join on desktop. Hold on. Let's see. See if I can.
Well, I see it. I can see it.
Okay, cool. Sweet.
Yep.
So I want to add it as like a co-host. See if we can.
And while Chris is doing that, we also have, if you go to labs.changegpt.org/portfolio or click portfolio on the Labs website, you'll be able to see what kind of numbers we pushed with other projects, and we're very, very proud of that. For example, we got GT Protocol, shout out to them, who did a 28 times all-time high ROI and a 10,000% social growth with 70 plus partnerships, all through ChangeGPT Labs. So that's just some of the numbers that we can kind of realize with you guys if you have a solid project. So we really, really want you guys to start thinking. And if there's any people here that already have Web3 projects, please apply.
Yeah,
and we would love to check you
definitely
guys out.
apply. And guys, check out the pinned tweet in the space that I just put on. If you haven't followed Labs yet, this is like pretty interesting, guys, because what we do is we sort of take in these Web3 projects with huge potential, like Cookie 3, I'm sure a lot of you know, Kima, a bunch of others. And by the way, the website, maybe you'll agree, Timo, obviously we're biased because we're like on the payroll and shit, but the website is like one of the sickest websites ever. It's so cool.
I do agree.
Yeah, I mean, we're working on it. There's, we Timo, like he's a social media manager, but he's like turned into part like a web developer lately because he's like fixing part of the site and like updating stuff for you guys. So definitely check out the website, even if you're not like planning on you know applying to be incubated. Just check it out, like learn about what we're doing, because I really feel like labs is kind of like, if you think about like crazy web3 experiments, like we're taking in these like really promising projects, giving them money, giving them marketing support, and like making sure that they can be successful. So I'm a big fan of
Yeah.
labs. Timo also manages the lab socials, so show him some love and join over there, and follow the account, and look forward to more content, which is coming soon. So I want to head over now to another point that we were going to chat, which is about the NFT generator. Um, we recently updated some new models. So we have a similar model to like Midjourney, right? Which is pretty much the industry standard. If you guys have never used our NFT generator before, not only is it fun and easy, but it's free. If you want some more advanced capabilities, like to do like batch images, like hundreds of NFTs at once, they do cost CGPT SP, like the points to actually use the AI tools in our ecosystem. But other than that, it's free. So I highly recommend that everyone check it out. For me, I really like making like futuristic cyberpunk type of stuff. So I like, for example, this is just a completely random example from my mind of things I like. I like the insect, the praying mantis. You know about this bug, Timo?
Yeah. Is that with the big
The
arms?
big
That's
arms, the little green guy, and I like to think of like a robotic praying mantis, right? And this is what you can do on the NFT generator. Any crazy idea that you have in your mind, like a robot squirrel, you can put it in there, and you have several options. And I think the whole team, I think when I first started here 6 months ago, like honestly speaking, the models like were kind of shit. Like they weren't that good, to be honest. Not no shade on anyone, but I feel like recently they've super upgraded the models and they're really cool. Timo, what kind of NFTs do you like to make with the generator?
I like the NFTs that are more abstract, like lines and topography and stuff like that. I really think that's cool always.
Okay, shout out to lines and topography. All right, nice one. Yeah, so guys, check out the NFT generator. We haven't had a ton of time to, talk about that on the spaces. And there's a couple other things I want to touch on in the space, like for sure. Let's talk about AIVM. I want to find I don't, Timo, if you could find a specific tweet while I'm talking about AIVM that Fernando posted, I think like 2 weeks ago, or if somebody on TG could like DM that to me, I want to bring that up in the space. Sorry, these are the sort of things that a well-produced program would have prepared ahead of time. But I want to talk to you guys about AIVM because it's really interesting. So basically, this is an AI blockchain that ChangeGPT is in the process of developing right now. I can't reveal everything, but this is a little bit of alpha because it's something that they're working on, which is basically going to be super cool. And basically, what it does is it making it easier for you guys to access AI tools. Um, if you know anything about the AI industry, you know that it costs like a huge amount of computer resources, like GPU power, to run these complex models. And it's, super important that everybody has access to these models. But we need the power to do it. So what the AIVM does is it basically helps people allocate their idle GPU power to the chain in which people can then develop and run complex AI models on it. So keep in mind, huge caveat here is that I am not a tech guy. I am just like a clown on social media who has no business talking about anything tech related. But on a surface level, I did want to tell you guys that like it basically is going to benefit so many different people, from like developers who want to build AI tools to anyone who wants to use AI tools, and then give them the access, because within a huge network of people sharing their GPU power, it's going to enable that. So I'm pretty hyped for it. I mean, Timo, I don't know
I
what you
just shared
think. Like, what'd you share? What'd you share?
I just shared a tweet that we recently did, and it kind of highlights the roadmap of what we're doing
Okay, where do
with
you share
AIVM.
the
So
tweet
if you guys want to take a peek,
into the space?
yeah,
Uh,
it's linked
I
here in the
don't see
space.
it. Oh, here it is. Nice one. That's exactly what I was looking for. Thank you, Timo. So guys, we've shared the roadmap. I talked about this a little bit last week, but like I really want to get this through, like the AIVM, AI virtual machine. this is, I think, going to be probably the most important product that the company puts out in the future. There's a lot of things that I've heard in the background that I don't want to spill right now, but could be a big deal. Timo, your thoughts?
I think that AI VM is going to be massive. It's also something that it's not done by other
Yeah.
companies. I have seen AI VM somewhere, but it's not executed like the way we're going to do it, and we're already marketing it. So we're even open about sharing documentations about what we're doing. So I think it's great
Yeah.
that we're taking this step.
Yeah, it is cool. And one thing to say is that this is not going to be released until probably 2025. But what myself and my colleagues, like Fernando, shout out to Fernando, he's in the space, that we're working on is a content plan, which is like going to educate you guys. Because I know AIVM sounds kind of complicated. You're talking about like virtual machines, like GPU power sharing, stuff like that. So don't worry, there's going to be a ton of like blogs and Twitter spaces and threads and stuff to like help you guys understand how it works, and then a big reveal of like the branding and the landing page and everything so everybody can learn more. So just wanted to get that out into the universe that AIVM is coming. Expect more content from our team so you guys can get a better idea of what it is, and I think it's going to be a huge deal. Okay, Timo, I think as far as like specific stuff for the company, that's kind of like the main points that our overlords wanted us to hit on, right? Did we
Definitely,
miss
yeah.
anything?
I think we discussed everything. A lot of exciting stuff, and I think we can go on and on and on. But there's a lot of classified stuff we just can't
Yeah, it's
disclose right
just
now.
it's locked down, it's classified. Okay. All right, guys. So this is your time to, if you're in the audience, if you want to come on and chat with us, we got some silly stuff that we want to get into for the next like 10 or 15 minutes. One thing I did want to do is I've just had this on my mind because we kind of hurried past it because we had so much silly talk at the beginning of the show. I want to sort of like circle back to Halloween. Halloween is coming. Things are becoming frightful and spooky. I want to pose this question to the audience, right? If you're listening and you want to come on and tell me, what is the most fearsome Halloween monster? Okay, so I was talking to Timo about this earlier. There's kind of like your classic ones, right? Like Dracula, mummy, skeleton, Frankenstein, pumpkin with a scary face, like your classic Halloween bad guys. Which one to you would you be most afraid to encounter, let's say, in your house at 4 a.m. in the morning? Timo?
We just
We
we
did talk
talked
about it. And
about
then
this the other
so
day.
I mentioned the basic ones, but I remember when we talked about it, you brought it out to be like the
Yeah,
some movie
I said
guys.
Leatherface,
Leatherface.
right? But I don't think it's like the Halloween realm. It's just a scary
No, I
guy.
think he's, yeah, okay. He might not be officially Halloween because he's from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so if you're in the audience and you want to have your say, please request on the mic or leave a comment on the space and let us know what Halloween character is most fearsome to you as we do lead up to the
very
most
curious.
spookiest of days in 21 days from now. I'm going to reveal, I know everybody's wondering, what is my most feared Halloween creature? I had this
Go ahead.
discussion with Fernando, my friend. And I think I don't know if he agreed, but he definitely saw my point when I was like, vampire is the scariest. Because think about it. And Fernando, I don't want to steal his points here, but he made some really good points. Think about it. Okay, vampire. He's really old. He can suck your blood. But here's the difference between vampire and other monsters. He's extremely intelligent, right? And also,
Yeah,
Fernando made this point. He's rich. Think about Twilight. Have you seen Twilight, Tiba?
I have. Yeah,
you you've got a woman in your life, so you've seen Twilight. I actually hadn't
definitely.
seen any of the Twilight, and my girlfriend probably, I think it was actually last October, was like, we've got to watch all of Twilight. The first one is like okay, and the rest of them are horrible. But anyway, my point being,
Yep.
the Cullens, right? That's the hot vampire family. They are rich. Why are they rich, guys? Because they've been alive for decades. They've been alive for hundreds and hundreds of years. They've been drop shipping. They probably have like, different businesses. So if I was a vampire, I would have, incredible intelligence, incredible resources, and also fangs. So to me, that's what makes vampires the scariest of the Halloween creatures.
I see. It has like a bunch of traits that you would just have to be scary.
Exactly. Okay, so if you are if you are listening to this insane conversation and would like to have your say, please feel free to request. We'll bring you up on stage and let us know. what your most fearsome Halloween creature is. Let's see what else we got going on here on our little list. Timo, we had a discussion yesterday that I thought was really interesting about AI in education. And I was doing some
Yeah.
research about this. And I want to kind of like get a conversation going here because it's super interesting, right? Because you made a comment to me like when you went through university, ChatGPT didn't exist. Could you like kind of like
No.
bring out that point again and tell everyone what you were thinking?
Yeah, well, yesterday I was in a call with Chris and we were just thinking like, or I said like, when I was doing uni, I cannot think of not using ChatGPT or ChainGPT, I should say, for like my uni stuff and research and writing stuff, because we had to go through books, we had to go through all of those like endless Google pages to even find something. And right now, school system must have changed like a whole lot with everyone using ChatGPT and other large language models just for anything that they're doing. So I'm just curious if anyone here is still in uni. How do you experience school at the moment? Is it easier? Do you think it's harder? Is there more restrictions? Is it more loose? I'm just really curious how that all is going.
Yeah, I know I'm with you. So here's the thing, like, and again, this is kind of the interesting divide of generations between yourself and I am because I want to hear about your experience. So, like, for example, when I was in school, it was kind of like the internet was around, but it was like really shitty. We're talking about like 2003 or whatever, but there was still like
Yeah,
Wikipedia and stuff like that. And I remember, the teachers would always say like Wikipedia is not a source because just anybody could edit it and change it, and then, but at the end of the day, they didn't think far enough to realize that most Wikipedia articles are like heavily sourced. Like you look down at the bottom, there's like 35 different links to stuff. So,
yeah.
did anyone in your school when you were growing up, Timo, like what was their stance on Wikipedia? Were they anti Wikipedia?
Well, yeah, yeah. We were not allowed to use Wikipedia at all.
Right. So
Yeah,
but Wikipedia is a great tool for learning. And I remember in many instances I used Wikipedia as an aid for writing, not like copying, but just like as a reference, subtly to writing like papers. And it's one of those things where it's
yeah.
like, and let's move the conversation more towards like AI in schools, for example, right? So there's probably a point in time maybe where like computers had like a spell checker or something like that where teacher says don't use a spell checker because you need to learn how to spell the words yourself. Well, now it would be ridiculous, right? Is the same thing going to be like that with AI, where like they're kind of trying to hold it back, but there's no way of holding it back, right? Like everybody in
You
school,
can't
right?
avoid it. No.
No, it's like you've got to find a way to integrate AI into the school system, and it brings up this really, interesting conversation, doesn't it? I mean,
I think so too. Yeah.
yeah, it's genuinely interesting because I think what the education system needs to realize is that someone this is something that we said, right, Timo? We used to sit down and write our essays, like in my case, because I was an English major, like 10, 15-page essays. Like,
With a pen.
well, no, personally not with with a pen, but like by hand, like by typing, which today
Right.
with, ChatGPT, ChangeGPT, AI, it seems impossible. So I just wonder, yeah, if anybody is listening and they're from uni and you want to join and share your experiences, there's actually a whole bunch of different questions on the table right now. It's like, what's your favorite dinosaur? What Halloween creature are you most afraid of? And if you go to university, what is your stance on AI? I think it's an interesting subject. What I think it's basically going to get to is like, here's my opinion on AI. And this is the same thing I would say for like copywriters that work for me at the company. I don't care if you use AI. In fact, in many cases, I encourage it. But don't just
Hmm.
like type in one sentence of direction and have it spit something out and then copy and paste it. That's the wrong way
No.
to use AI. You really have to chat with it. That's why it's called Chat GPT, guys, because there's a dialogue that can occur between you and the LLM. You like go through, edit the stuff it sends you, have a conversation with it. There's pieces of writing that I've spent 45 minutes, an hour and a half, just going back and forth with ChatGPT, getting it right.
Yeah.
And it creates such a better effect, guys. And I think this is
It's
what
the difference
edu-
between using it as a tool.
exactly, and this is what education is going to come down to. Okay, we've got a request here. We've got a request. It is Scrooge McDuck at Ugly Scrooge. I feel like this is going to be a good one. Let's bring him on here and see what he has to say.
Welcome, welcome.
You're now a speaker. Hello, my friend. You're on mute if you're trying to quack to us.
Oh, sorry. I like that, trying to quack to you. Yeah.
Go ahead, man. What do you got to say?
No.
What part did you want to talk about? Because we had a number of open questions.
No. Basically, I was waiting. You were saying something very important just now, but I was wondering, like, if you have a chat from ChatGPT, if you are doing with when you're putting in locations, right, with ChatGPT, and for trying to scope the landscape, because this is for a app that we're building, and we're trying to scope the landscape. So I'm just wondering, if does it update when the landscape changes? Does it update it too? Like if a restaurant goes out of business, 'cause it's
Hmm.
very important.
That's interesting. Yeah, I think because doesn't it always say on ChatGPT that the data is from like 2022 or something like that?
Yeah,
I
Right,
don't think it
there's
updates in real time, which I think is genuinely one of the flaws of the platform.
there's other
right,
models
right,
too.
Oh, like what?
right.
Which ones?
I don't know if it's still the same name, but I believe Google is it. Google is connected to every
Oh,
business that's
yeah, true.
registered there. So Bard, I think it's still called Bard or different now, but that
It's
one is
still
held
called
by
Bart.
Google.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
all right. And Scrooge, let me ask you, what's
Yeah.
your favorite dinosaur?
T Rex.
Hell yeah, good answer. And also, which Halloween monster are you most fearful of?
With oh my God, I guess it's the most one that everyone is of a clown.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
scary, creepy
man,
clown. That is a good one. Okay, yeah, I didn't think about that one because, like, Pennywise, right? Dude,
Clowns.
yeah.
I think everybody has a fear of
What
clowns.
is so scary about clowns?
do you guys remember in 2014
Yes.
all those killer clowns?
Yeah, it was like this weird viral
Yeah.
internet trend about like
Yeah, that
clowns.
was crazy.
What's funny is I worked at a youth center at that time. Before I got into crypto and Web3, I was very into like tutoring and education. And I remember at this time, these kids were literally like, if I go outside, there's going to be a clown out there. And I was like, I think it's a troll on the internet. I don't think it's
Oh,
real. So
man.
shout out to clowns. Cool. So Scrooge, anything else that you wanted to add, man? Like you had your question about ChatGPT and like something that you're building. Anything else you wanted to say before we let you go?
No, that was it. I'm, like I said, I just hopped in. I was listening anonymously because, people be following me around. So I'm gonna just keep continue to listen.
All right, man, dude. I know the feeling. To be honest, like it was like the other day when I was just trying to walk through town, and so many people were following me around. Like, Chris, when is the next episode of the show coming out? What is Timo's favorite dinosaur? Like, people really want to know this. They really want to know this stuff. So, shout out to Scrooge, man. You are definitely a friend of the show officially now. All right,
Yeah.
what else do we got
Can
going?
I
Go on.
can I do a quick shout out in between because something just pops to
Please
mind
do,
right
please
now.
do.
If anyone here is from Florida, US, or Mexico, or the Gulf of Mexico, around that, I want to do a massive shout out to you and your family, and I hope you guys stay safe with everything that's happening.
Yeah, seriously, no, it's funny because if you go onto TikTok right now, it's like Storm Talk right now. Every other
Yeah,
TikTok
really
is just like storm and like it's
boring and
it's kind of weird too because you have sort of like these Gen Z. I don't know if you've seen these TikToks, but like Gen Z young people who are like making content out of riding out the storm. Um,
yep.
it's really weird. Like, I mean, it's obviously it's like, their choice and everything and, God bless them and hope that they're safe, but they're making this like very weird like content about like, oh, like I might die. This might be my, you know what I mean? It's kind of like crazy. So yeah,
It's pygmy.
it is. It is. And there's a lot of, concern. Literally, I think the hurricane has just touched down within the last few hours. So today is going to be a crazy day.
We'll see on TikTok how many
Yeah.
accounts disappear, but like it's sad to see. Like I see the doggies swimming around, and like the doggies like they're dropped somewhere because the people couldn't take them. I just cannot
Oh,
watch
I
that
didn't see
content.
that.
I can't watch
That
it.
is a thing that a lot of people forget is the pets, you know.
Yeah.
So shout out to all the pets out there.
Shout out to the pets for
Shout
sure,
out to the pets.
and
Shout out to the
hotels.
people. And I think that actually reminded me that we had another segment of the show, completely AI unrelated, which is just called shout outs. So it's just a part of the show where we just start shouting out random stuff, giving appreciation. I've got two. The first shout out I want to give is to, this is probably a little bit rich, but just basically ChangeGPT. The company, like I've been working here for like 8 months. It's awesome, guys. I truly love what I do. They let me do crazy stuff like this show where I just get to talk about whatever I want and like work with amazing people like Timo and Fernando and Maya and Yit and Miguel and of course all the management team. Like I don't want to leave anybody out. Sharon, oh, my boss, I almost forgot him. I get to work with some amazing people. So really love doing the show. Love the community, like the people in the space. I see you guys spamming the emojis. Like shout out
Yep.
to Poogle Hall, man. I've been seeing you just ripping those emojis,
He's been going ham.
going ham with the emojis, and everybody in the space. We got 440 people in the space, so really appreciate.
Google's favorite dinosaur is a T-Rex, by the way. He
Who
commented.
did? Poogle.
Yeah,
Oh,
Poogle.
T-Rex. Yeah, T-Rex is a. I love just the like insane random balls in the air topics we have going on. I think it's a good. I think it's a good way just to get people like talking and stuff. So
For
I'm
sure,
gonna
yeah.
be at the dinosaur exhibit on Monday. Which, by the way, I recognize is probably made for small children. But if you think about it, dinosaurs are kind of scary. So
You should honestly wear a ChangeGPT shirt and make a picture with a dinosaur.
I could do that, or I could just take pictures of the dinosaurs and just post them on like the Degen Pad account, for example. Ah, shit. There's so many things that we've forgotten to do.
Put a hat on the dinosaur.
Timo, okay, yes, that's a good idea. Timo, I just remembered we forgot to tell people about the IDOs that are coming up this week.
Oh, frick, yeah, two. Okay, so let's get it in now. Okay. We're gonna blend it in the silence here. I like that. Okay, cool, guys. So, wow. Okay.
Sorry. That's really long. Sorry. That was the storm. I think. Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay, cool. Here we are, guys. Sorry about that noise. Chris was going rogue now. We have Omnia, which you're still able to register for, but it is the private sale number 2. So that's only for a select amount of people. And we got Storm Trade, which is the registrations end in 2 days. So if you're KYC'd, if you're ready to go, if not, do so now. You'll be able to participate in Storm Trade, which is a SocialFi perpetual DEX on Telegram. Really cool project. Definitely check them out. And then the next one coming up on ChangeGPT Pad is going to be Earnum or Earnum. I'm not too sure how to explain that or how to pronounce that, but Earnum or Earnum. Huge shout out to those guys as well. So check them out.
Earnum for sure. Yeah.
Earnum. Okay, cool. So we got those coming up, and then for Degen Pad, which is another section we didn't mention today, Storm Trade is actually launching in an hour. So if you did register, be sure to keep your eyes on the page on Degen Pad, and then token 32 in the link, and be sure to claim your tokens or swap today. It's going to be in about an hour and 15 minutes.
Okay. All right. Cool. Anything else?
And then for the rest, we got after Earnum, we have Plena Finance and Stage, but they're all in the hallway right now. So we cannot fully disclose when,
The hallway.
what, and how this going to be
What
in the hallway.
What do you mean the hallway?
They're in the hallway.
Okay. They're in the hallway. They're in line. They're waiting.
Yeah,
That's
they're
what you
waiting.
mean.
So
They're
they're in the
waiting.
hallway. So what that means is that we cannot fully disclose any information on that, but we do want to emphasize how important it is to follow Degen Pad and ChangeGPT Pad, where I'm talking from right now, or speaking from, as it's very important to keep your eyes on the pages when we do release IDO updates. So
yeah,
guys, that were the IDO updates for now.
Sorry, Timo. Do me a favor, guys. My big dinosaur birthday is coming up soon. The one thing that you could do to help me celebrate is go to ChangeGPT Pad, the account that my friend Timo is speaking from, the little purple logo with the eyes. If you haven't already, go to the account, smash that follow button, like aggressively smash that follow button, because you're going to get all the updates on the IDOs coming up and different stuff. And then Degen Pad too. I don't have Degen Pad joined in the space because I'm logged in on all my respective devices, but just search it, guys. Degen Pad is awesome. Doing a lot of fun stuff there. In the meantime, it looks like we have some requests to speak here. This is going to be interesting. So we have AT as adult. By the way, so sorry if I mispronounced your name. And Abdul Samad. Let's meet these random people and see what they have to say. We're gonna go with Abdul first. Let's see what happens here. He okay, he's disconnected. Sometimes I think people randomly request and they don't actually want to, and they have a panic attack and they just throw their phone out the window as soon as I connect them. So it looks like, okay, say AI is here. They've been really active with the emojis. I want to just first, because I want to go first to the person AT as adult, because he was first, but I'll come right back to you. Say AI. Let's see what AT has to say here. Okay, you are now a speaker, AT. What is your favorite dinosaur? Hello? No? All right, looks like he is not with us. Let's remove him from the speakers list and bring on our friend here with the beautiful strawberry avatar here.
Looking fresh.
Very cool, very cool. How do we pronounce your name? Is it Say AI? Says AI?
Size.
Nice. Yeah, he said it.
Oh, cool. Perfect. Say, so you've been very active in our space today, so thanks for joining. What did you want to talk about? We had a number of things going on, like dinosaurs. Wait, why don't you tell me what Halloween creature frightens you the most?
The Headless Horseman.
Oh, shit.
He's so scary.
Yeah, that's pretty
like,
scary.
there's no hiding. There's nothing.
I mean,
Dark.
yeah, you can't hide from someone, but he has vision, right? But only from the head which he holds up in his hand in a spooky manner.
So scary.
Okay.
He's so scary.
That's pretty scary.
Is it weird to say I've never seen this?
You've not seen this?
No, I'm just looking it up, right?
Yeah, it's basically exactly as it sounds. It's a horseman holding his own head and just frightening
Nice.
people. I think there's been some movies about it, but I can't remember which ones.
Can he like throw his head?
It's a
Maybe he
pumpkin.
throws it as like some sort of projectile, like a weapon. I'm not
Fire.
really sure. Okay.
It is quite scary.
Looks like
Yeah.
Degen Pad has requested here. I actually don't know who is he. Oh, we got a live mic.
Here we are. Here we are.
Oh, you're on Degen Pad too, Timo?
We're just chameleon on Degen Pad right now.
Oh, okay, epic, guys. Thank you, Timo. Look how cool this is. We actually have like our whole ecosystem like chilling in the space right now. So love to see it. Say AI, thanks for joining, coming on board. Anything you wanted to talk about or tell us about? Any opinions on
I just have to say the LA tar pits are amazing. And this dinosaur conversation just brought me back to the time when I went to the museum there. And I had no idea like that LA was like a huge area with dinosaurs and everything, and the tar pits kind of destroyed them. So there's a little history for you. And T-Rex is my favorite too. I think he's hilarious. His little hands and his like he can kill any dinosaur, but his hands just make him look like he's weak, yet he's so not. Like, don't mess with T-Rex.
Totally.
So anyways, a shout out, happy birthday. You all are great, and thanks
Thank
for
you.
having us here. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you
this
so
is
much,
a cool
yeah.
cool little project here. I'm checking him out, guys. More
Yes.
than a meme coin. Okay, tell us about it. Come on.
Oh, you're so cool. Actually, I really love what y'all are doing, and I have a project deck, and I look forward to submitting. I see you all want a video, so yeah, I'll work on that. But it's really to celebrate everything AI, this meme coin. And initially, I thought, oh, it'll be a meme, it'll be fun. I'll do it because there's this whole other smart AI contract that I've actually been using GPT. Like chatting with when you were talking earlier about uni and all that, and I've been doing a lot of research, and it started like my brain wanted a break, but making a really smart contract in AI and utilizing it. So then I thought, oh, I just need a break. I need a break from the art. I need a break from the concept. Not a break, but you know what I mean. It's like you're working on an essay and you need to go work on something else so you can go back to it fresh. And yeah, so then when Elon tweeted about strawberry, I was like, wow, that's really cool. And it's really being celebrated in the AI tech industry, and to make AI more reasonable, sort of with emotion, but it can't really be emotional. So it is to take emotion into consideration And then beyond that, the devs of OpenAI were also talking about the processing time. So, say you are doing an essay in college and you're researching AI, it's now being programmed to, I want to say, think before responding. We'll compare that to pulling a database with the most information. So then when it does respond, it's responding with an answer that is most reasonable with a lot of data into consideration, factual, civil, emotional, etc., and then coming up with that answer that is now politically correct, so to say. So yeah, Wikipedia versus, oh, this is, you can use this database for your research articles because we approve it. I don't know if we'll ever see that with AI, to be honest, but I think that would be incredible. And I feel like it should definitely be a research option to utilize. So yeah, that's it in a nutshell. SACE is celebrating it and adding a lot of, I don't like using the word utility, but we just want to make it awesome and make it awesome for the people that decide to hold, where we can expand the ecosystem through other outlets and help that go mainstream through different resources such as gaming, but gaming in the sense where, like in Roblox, everybody joins the server. It is the community. It is playing together. It is playing a game you love together. It's not always about play to earn. It's gamers love to play, and through games, a lot of different things exposure can be brought to. Like Minecraft is a great example. So thanks for letting me have the stage, y'all. Have a great day. Love what you're doing. And hey, maybe we'll team up in the near future.
Well, here's my recommendation, right? So for whatever you're building, especially if it's meme coin oriented, we were just talking about Degen Pad, right? So Degen Pad was actually originally conceived as a meme coin launchpad, but it's actually now moved towards to like low FTV projects. But I think they're still open to accepting it. So if you go to degenpad.com and you scroll down, there's actually a form which you can fill in and submit to have your project do an IDO through Degen Pad. So I would
Yeah,
recommend
totally
it.
look at it. We launched on Saiyan.fun on the Say network. It's kind of like, a meme launcher. And we did great. We ended up getting listed overnight on Dragon Swap. It's on Say Network. It's you all integrated with them recently. So yeah, I would love to do NFTs in the future that integrate into a game. I put about 200 million supply into a multi-sig with community members. So that was challenging, like teaching people that know nothing about multi-sig how to like set it up so we can all just get that secured, in hopes to have a future AI DAO with ChainGPT. I would love to move all that supply over. So I'm going to go for
Amazing.
that
Yep. So
first.
yeah,
Yeah, first and
definitely.
foremost.
Yeah, I think that would be a great place to start. But
Thank
it's
you.
super cool to have people come onto the show that talk about AI and have like these views and opinions. So you're a great speaker, and we really appreciate your contribution to the show here. I think we're gonna start wrapping things up in the next couple minutes. But thanks again, and hope you have a great day, and hope to hear from you on the Degen Pad side.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye.
Wasn't that nice? We met a actual strawberry here on the
Really cool.
Twitter space. Very nice
Yes.
person. We've had some really nice guests and speakers today that we really enjoyed having. I think we are going to start wrapping things up. Unless there's anybody else in the last couple minutes, if you want to request and come on. I saw a couple people request and then go off. I'm happy to chat with you. But it's been a great space. I've had a lot of fun. Timo, any final notes or things you wanted to remind? Is there anything that we forgot that our bosses would be wanting us to talk about? I think we pretty much smashed it.
We smashed it. We did all the topics that we were required to, and even more. So last thing I want to end on this note is, guys, if you're not KYC'd on one of our platforms or launch pads, whether it's Degen Pad or ChainGPT Pad, please do so now, as we will be launching a lot of epic projects in the near future. So we want to see you guys on every single page. So if you see here ChainGPT, ChainGPT Pad, ChainGPT Labs, and ChainGPT Tap, please tap on every single page the follow button, because we want to see you guys everywhere. So yeah, that's my final note for today. I had a lot of fun, Chris. Thank you for everything. And last shout out I'm doing is also to ChainGPT for having me on here.
Of course, we love to have you, Timo. I also had another shout out, but I think I'm going to save it for next week. And we are of the week. This is how much
Yep.
content we had in the show. We had a come back next week, guys, for Ick of the Week, where we are going to talk about our icks related to people and different things and situations. I invite you guys to share your icks with us as well. But honestly, I feel like this show has been so more packed. We don't need any more segments. We didn't even need a guest. We just had awesome community members come on, had some great chats, and of course, some laughs and fun along the way. That's what it's all about, guys. The dream, enjoying life in Web3, building these amazing AI Web3 products, working with such a cool team, and getting to talk with the amazing hundreds of people who have joined the space today. We love you. Have a lovely rest of your day and week, and we'll be back in 2 weeks with our next show. So we'll see you then. Thanks, guys.
Bye bye. We love
All
you
right.
guys.
Bye-bye, guys. Thank you.